Believe it or not, these two pizzas are baked with the same dough and same ingredients. But why do they look different? Let's find it out. Good morning, everyone. Today we are making pizza. Yes, one dough and two pizzas. And I'll be using two different ovens, and that's the difference. First, I'll be using this one, which is a pizza oven made for pizza. The temperature is around 800 to 1000 Fahrenheit, which is in Celsius 450 degrees. And then I'll be using this one, the electric oven, a convection oven with fan there, which is already preheated at 250 degrees Celsius, which is around 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what we're going to do today. And as I said, we're going to do just one dough, two pizzas, and see the difference between the temperature that we are going to bake them. And here is the formula. Remember that you can download my app free for Android or iPhone, and it is called Gluten Morgan's Baking Percentage. Here's the link for you to download and upload to the app. It is really easy. As you can see, the formula has a hydration of 70%. What is 70% hydration? That's the amount of water that we're going to use per kilo flour. In this case, if you have 1 kilo flour, like this is the flour that we're going to use today, we are going to use 700 milliliters of water. For pizza Napoletana or Napolitan pizza, they usually use 60% hydration. That's 600 grams of water per kilo flour. Today we are going to use 70, 10% more. And to know if this flour can absorb this amount of water, I'm going to show you a little trick. I am going to put 100 grams flour and I'm going to add 70 grams of water. Let me mix this with a spoon and we let the autolyse do all the job for us. It's like mixing or like kneading with your hands, but without doing it. You only have to wait half an hour, 1 hour, and then you'll see the results. Now that this dough is already mixed, this should wait for 1 hour. I already have it here, so we don't have to wait. And this is the same dough mixed 1 hour before. See, this is the one that I just did. There's no gluten membrane at all, no gluten network. This is just mixed. No kneading, nothing. And this is the same dough that I did 1 hour before. And take a look at it. It's already mixed and we have a beautiful gluten membrane. And yes, take a look at this. Wow, translucent, strong, elastic. That means that this flour can hold 70% hydration. That is good to know before you start with the recipe. So now that we know that the flour is okay to work with 70% hydration, we are able to start with the recipe. We're going to use the same technique, the autolyse. So in a bowl we put the flour, then we put the yeast. Today I'm using fresh yeast. If you want to use dry yeast, it's okay. Remember the equivalence is 1 gram of dry is 3 grams of fresh. I'm going to add the water first. So we're using the same technique. No kneading, no using machine, nothing, just using time. So the idea is to make this maybe 1 day before or 8 hours before. Just give it some time to the dough. That makes the dough always much flavorful, lighter, better for digestion. Everything is better when you give it some time to the dough. So now it's mixed. And as I said, we're going to do autolyse. No kneading, no using my arms, nothing, just mixing this. What we have to do again is to let it sit for around 1 hour again. But don't worry, I have it prepared beforehand. Take a look at this. No gluten development, we just did it right now. And this is the dough already autolyzed. Take a look at this. It's already mixed. Beautiful gluten membrane that we have. The only ingredient that we need now is the salt. Let me wet again my hands. Now I'll finish the dough like this. That's the magic of the gluten. No kneading at all, just mixing. Always cover your doughs because otherwise they'll get dry. I use these shower caps, which has no sense with me, and I use them for covering bowls. So now what we have to do is let this dough to rise, to double in size, triple in size. How much time will it take? It depends on the temperature that we're working and also the amount of yeast that we're using. So, okay, both doughs here, but don't worry, I have it already proofed. Here it is. And take a look at it, how beautiful it is. Fluffy, full of air, it has doubled in size. So, let me put this on the counter. Take a look at how fluffy, full of air it is. Wow, beautiful. Good. Some more semolina. And let me divide this dough. I should use scale, but I'm going to divide it in two. These balls weigh around 300 grams. For Neapolitan pizza, the right weight for a dough ball should be around 270 grams. Today I'm doing it at 300. Let's make the first ball. It's really easy. Just take all the edges to the center, and we're making like stitches here, the center. Once you have all these stitches done, then you flip it over and finish with your hands or with one hand, as you wish. The idea is to give it some little tension to the ball. Let's do another one. But they're not ready to be used yet to bake them. They are ready to do the final proof, till they need to grow, to relax a little bit, and then we'll be ready to use them. For that, you can use two things. I use these pots, these jars, plastic jars, which are great for pizza dough because you can stack them like this in your fridge, and you don't need to use, for example, this pizza case that I'm going to use later, because sometimes you don't have that space in your fridge. So you can use these jars, are much easier to do. So what I'm going to do now is to put some olive oil in the bottom of each pot. I'll transfer the doughs here. 1 and 2. The idea is this pizza balls to grow and to fill with air and to double in size. But you can do it at room temperature or you can do a cold fermentation. What I recommend is to do this one day before, at least, before you want to bake pizza. So if you want to bake pizza tomorrow, then you should be doing this today. And then you take these 2 pizza balls to the fridge, and then you take them tomorrow, 1 hour before using them. So here we have both pizza doughs that should proof a little bit more. But don't worry, I have them already proofed for you. And here are the dough balls, the pizza dough balls, fully fermented. Take a look. So I did these ones. They have 24 hours cold fermenting in the fridge. I'm going to do like a Margherita pizza, which is a classical Neapolitan pizza, and it's beautiful colors, Italian colors, green, white, red. For the white, I have mozzarella, tomatoes, canned tomatoes, Italian tomatoes, basil, fresh basil, salt, and of course, olive oil. Let me first crush the tomatoes. I like crushing them with my hands because you get a better texture. In case you want to use crushed tomatoes, you can use them, or the tomato sauce that you want. In this case, this is not a sauce. This is just crushed tomatoes in can. They come in can. This is the San Marzano variety of tomatoes. They come from Italy, but you can use the tomato that you have. So I'm going to stretch one with semolina. Always use semolina rimacinata because it's easier for stretching. Let me put some semolina on the counter. Wow. Beautiful pizza ball. Let me close this. Always close your pizza dough balls. You don't want them to get dry. That's the key to having beautiful pizza dough balls. Okay, let me continue. And we are like pulling or taking all the air to the edges. Maybe this ball, take a look at it, is full of air. This one I need to, there. Some steering wheel technique. And we have it. See how easy it was to stretch the dough. Let's go with the ingredients. First, tomato, crushed tomato. I love this texture. A little bit crushed, not too crushed. You get these bites of tomato, these beautiful tomatoes from Napoli. Here has salt, flake salts. You want to put some basil here, and maybe when it comes out, I'll put some more basil. I like to cut the basil because the perfume is incredible. If you just use them whole without breaking them, you don't get this perfume. Okay, so salt, tomato, basil, and here comes the cheese. Not too much cheese. The cheese and of course the olive oil. Not too much, just drizzle. There, I'm going to use this pizza peel, which is perfect for pizza. And the first pizza is going to go to the electric oven, which I said is already preheated at around 450 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 250 degrees centigrade. And there it's going to take around maybe 8 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes. And while we bake this pizza, I'm going to make the other one. So here we go. May the gluten be with me, and here we go. It's okay? Let's go to the oven. It is preheated, and I also have a baking steel, which is like a pizza stone on the bottom, so it's going to help us to bake a little bit faster and better. There it goes, the first pizza. Wow, good. And let me put 6 minutes. Maybe it's around 6 to 8. There, done. And now we're going to do again the same thing. Same dough, same ingredients, different oven. And here it comes. Wow. The air, the cornicione. Wow, look all the air that this pizza has. So we did an excellent job using the steering wheel method. And then, tomato again. Let me see in comments which kind of pizza you like the most. Maybe pizza bianca, which is only with cheese, no tomato. Or maybe with some pineapple pizza. Or with pepperoni, little salt. Now comes the basil leaves, mozzarella, go. And finally, the olive oil. Some more semolina. And here we go. Wow. There we go. Wow. This is going to be fast. And I need to pay attention so it doesn't get burned. And now I'll start detaching it slowly. Sometimes if you do this too fast, you can make a hole in the base. Looking great. Let me check the base. Looks good. The cheese is already melted. Wow, the other pizza is calling me. That's okay. Good. Now let's check it out. Here it comes. Wow. Take a look at this one. On the cooling rack for a second, and let's see the other one. 6 minutes. Great. Wow, it's ready too. Ooh. It's really hot. And here comes the other pizza. Take a look at it. Another cooling rack. And here you have both pizzas. Same dough, 2 different pizzas. Same ingredients, but different temperature. The cornicione, or the amount of air that both have, are quite the same. They grew almost the same. That's okay. But at first sight, and second sight, or third sight too, you see the difference. This one, dots that you see here, these black dots that you see in the dough, which is called leoparding, for high temperature. So you get this. This is not burned. It's partially burned, but in a good style. And in this one, since we had a regular or more even temperature cooking, we have just a regular, really airy cornicione, but golden. It is not the same thing. And another thing is, if you hold this pizza, as you can see, it's a little bit fluffy, which is really Neapolitan. The pizza, they call in Italy, they call it morbida, which is this fluffy. And in this case, see, this one, it's much harder. I said I was going to put a few more basil leaves to for decoration. Here, now it looks better. Another one here. They both look beautiful. Take a look at the bottom, I don't know if you can see. It's golden, it's okay, it's not burned. It's crispy. Take a look at this one. It's not burned, perfectly cooked. Not that golden, this is more fluffy, as you can see. And let's hear the cornicione, crispy. Oh. Wow, I'm breaking it off. And here it should be also crispy. Oh, it's really hot. Now let's see cutting them. I use these scissors to cut the pizza. I know that sometimes some of you don't understand why we use scissors to cut a pizza when we could use just a knife or a pizza cutter. It's because we don't want to damage the cornicione, so we can see it better. And now let's cut this cornicione. Oh, wow. Oof. Take a look at this. What do you think about this cornicione? Is it dairy? Haha. Let me cut this one. Take a look at this one. There's even no cornicione at all. It's only air. Where's the cornicione? So cornicione, both look okay. And we use 2 different ovens, 2 different temperatures. So the secret is in the dough. And now let me cut a slice. There. Oh. This is a slice. Oh. It's really hot. This one falls too much, which is okay, because it's a Napoletan pizza. It's more morbida, more fluffy, but beautiful, with excellent cornicione. This one falls, but not that much. It's a little bit more rigid, the crispier cornicione and super airy. So that's another difference. So now what we need to do, I need to do, to try them and see the difference. Taste. Let me check first this one. Oh. Perfect baked, not burned at all. Excellent the sauce, the tomato, which is not a sauce, it's just tomato. Excellent the cheese, it's an excellent cheese. The olive oil and the basil also gives a touch. Let me try the cornicione. Oh, here it is, super crispy. Beautiful pizza, excellent pizza. The other one. Oh. And let me taste the cornicione. Really crispy too, super crispy. So, now you've seen how easy it is to make pizza. Let me know which pizza you prefer, as I said before, with tomato, with cheese, which is called bianca, and what kind of pizza you use. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks to my pizza Napoletana from Le Cinque Stagioni straight from Italy. And that's all. I'll see you in another baking video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. And if you want to learn more about sourdough bread and sourdough starter, I encourage you to check the link on the description. And remember, this masterclass was specially designed for you.